distinctive voice too.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
I wonder how much of the stuff that he does is he writes himself, and how much is somebody else's writing, because
Well,
he, he just like telling stories.
yeah, I love it. I love it. Of
Yeah,
course, there's a couple things I want to ask him about before we get, when we get him, because he actually did like a When Doves Cry. Man, that's a cool tune. He did a rock version of that. And then he did I Won't Back Down. So,
yeah. That
yeah,
was what's his name?
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Y'all can get this listing. Go to Leif Shively Band. Okay, that's Leif, just for y'all that don't know. .com, and you can follow this guy and see what he's got going on. He's got a new song out, so we'll be talking about that. Before we go to a break and get him on, man, I'll tell you, we got tragedy in the Potomac this morning, man. What a terrible, terrible thing that happened. I mean,
yeah, yeah. That's a bad one, and you really got to question what the heck was going on there, because according to the reports I saw, the
right.
helicopter pilot acknowledged that he had visual separation,
Mm-hmm.
and then 13 seconds later he runs into the plane that he's supposed to have visual separation of.
Well, now here's one thing, you got to realize these planes are not like cars. They're not running 55 mile an hour. I mean, they're over 100 mile an hour. And I'd probably say the helicopter was strolling along pretty good too. So,
Yeah,
it don't take long to go far. And but yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of questions to be asked. I understand that the transponder was off on the helicopter. We're doing some kind of a training thing. I don't know, but I don't understand why he was in that vicinity. Don't make no sense to me on that. Of course, conspiracy theories are spinning right and left.
I figured you'd have them. If there was one out there,
You
you've got
know,
the latest, right?
I don't know, Pat. I hate to even start on something like that with as many people that lost their lives on this. I know we had 3 servicemen that died, and then what are they calling 60? I think
64, 60 passengers and 4 crew on PSA plane on
yeah.
American Airlines.
So this is no time to be funny and poke and laugh about that kind of stuff. Do we have survivors at all? Any survivors?
Not likely.
And then
They had 16 bodies out of the water at 5 o'clock.
right,
And the water was like 35 degrees. That,
yeah.
If they didn't die from the impact of the crash, they probably died from hypothermia.
Yeah.
Before anybody could mount a rescue effort. So,
And they're saying the rescue efforts are just very, very tough because of all the situation.
yeah. Do you remember this has happened before, where in the winter,
Yeah.
a plane went into the Potomac, and there were survivors on that one.
Yeah. I do remember that. Yep. Now, where did he land at? Where was his plane?
That was the Hudson River. That was in New York City. He was coming out of not Newark. What's the LaGuardia?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know, folks. I just think you need to say a lot of prayers for the whole country right now, especially with these people who lost their loved ones. They had that one guy on. It's so sad. His wife said, "Okay, we're 20 minutes out. We'll be there." And he sent a text back just a few minutes, and it did not go. And his wife was on there, and it was really sad to see him sitting there. It'd be tough. Yeah, it'd be tough. Yep, absolutely.
It's a difficult time for a lot of people.
All right, folks, we're going to jump to a quick break, and y'all go to LeifShivelyBand.com, and we're fixing to get him on. He is out in Louisiana. He's a Cajun boy out there where they eat good, man. They eat crawfish and crawdads and turtles. Man, I love that kind of food. I love it. I love it. I love it. But anyway, we're going to get to a break, and we'll get him on after this. All right, folks, go to LeifShivelyBand.com. We have got him on all the way out there in Louisiana. Good morning, Leif. How in the world are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Glad to be on the show.
Hey, we've been checking you out, no doubt. And if Pat Malone said he likes you, that means a whole lot, because he's a pragmatist. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
hey, thank you.
I'm the straight man here, Leif. So that's my role.
Yeah, he's a straight man. He's a one way. He's left. Okay, but I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Man, we've been checking all your stuff out now. You got a lot of stuff going on, and you're coming to you're going to be in Daytona Beach, Florida here in a day or two, right?
We're going to be there March 6th. We're going to be playing Daytona Bike Week.
There you go, man. That's going to be so much fun, man.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's the first show of the year, so I guess we better make it a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. Now, Pat Malone will be down there. He'll be the guy with the pink helmet on with the moped. He always goes with the pink helmet. You know, Pat Malone here. He likes that. That's why he rolls. He rolls down there.
Steven quit it.
He's got his butterfly tattoo on. You can't miss him, man. You can't miss him. So, man, let me ask you some questions while we get started on this. And this LeifShivelyBand.com. I was going through this stuff, and I absolutely love your voice. I really do. I love your voice. I love your style. You're right where I'm at. I love that kind of stuff. You actually did a rock version of When Doves Cry, which was absolutely awesome. Tell us about that. And I want to know about the video, man. What's the deal with the video?
Okay. Well, but before we ever got to like wanting to make our own music, we opened this. We have a commercial studio. That's where I work as like a playing guy, you know. And my buddy, he's the engineer there. So we went and bought, you know, like a 4,000 square foot building and outfitted it to be like a full service studio.
Right.
Well, when you first start a studio, besides people that you know in the industry, like that want to come record, you still need business outside of that. So we said, well, let's just record a quick song for like to get some rock work in, because all we were doing was country stuff for guys like Texas country, you know, a lot of chicken picking stuff.
I like chicken picking.
Oh yeah. So we were doing a lot of that. And we were like, well, we need to get some more business outside of that. We need to do some rock stuff. So we were like, we'll just record a rock song and do a stupid video, and hopefully people will come look at it. And sure enough, it was a great thing to send out to people like, hey, yeah, we can do this rock stuff if you want to do that. We'll do whatever, because I like it all, you know.
I'm with you. Yeah. That was really cool, man. And I love the little video you put up was unreal. And your take on I Won't Back Down, man, that was really, I mean, I love that song anyway. I'm a big Tom Petty. Of course, I love Prince too, but Tom Petty. But man, you rocked that song.
Well, and the reason we wanted to do that was a buddy of mine was trying to raise money for, you know, their military thing and veterans. And I was like, hey, yeah, we can do a song. We're right down the road. Like, why not do one?
Right.
Best thing we ever did, you know, the one thing you didn't really plan on doing until somebody brought it up to you, and you're like, all right, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
I'm like Steven. I loved that song, but I loved more the guitars you were playing in that song.
Oh yeah, the gun guitars.
Yeah, that was very neat.
Yeah, well, okay, one of them is mine, and the other card from a buddy of mine. And if you noticed it, they're both gun guitars, but the one he had Ted Nugent's signature right there, like, you know, yeah, it's got Ted Nugent's signature right there. If you look at it real close, you can see it. It's pretty
cool. How cool is that, huh?
Yeah, I'm all about Ted Nugent. That's pretty. He's ain't no doubt, man. I wanted him to be in the Trump administration somewhere, but everybody else think I'm crazy. I was for him and Kid Rock somewhere in there, but they ain't got there yet. So
hey, that guy is really intelligent, man.
Yeah.
And what is it? Spirit of the Wilds.
Oh yeah. Well, now you went from that, and that's the thing, Pat. You was want to talk to him about his songs and that. What was it you was wanting to ask?
Your voice. It's hard for me to place it because it's so distinctive. I mean, your approach to the music. It looks like you're like telling a story when you're singing.
Man, I like if I said there was any art to that, there's not. I just open my mouth.
That's just you.
That's the way it comes. I wish I knew how that worked, but
yeah,
it just happens. And working with other singers and stuff, that's just whatever they sound like is what they sound like. A lot of people sound like other people, even if they're great.
Right.
But hopefully you do sound different in some way, because I don't know how to alter it to make it sound any different. I wish I could.
No, don't, man. You got to be yourself. You know,
that's the thing I find about artists. They can't explain how they do what they do. I mean, that's the neat thing about art, like music or painting or sculpture or whatever.
Right. Well, musicians, the reason they can't tell you because normally they're stoned or drunk, so that's where they're going.
You know what I always loved about growing up in the country was like, you know, like we didn't have like guitar teachers or anything like that. We had like a hillbilly cousin who liked to play all day, and whatever he heard with his ears is what he learned how to do, and that's how I learned how to play, was by ear, you know.
Right.
And I've always found those musicians to me are much better musicians just because they just make it happen. They just listen.
Hey, I'm with you on that 100%. And, you know, somebody that plays by ear, they can play anything, you know, my son's like that. It's unreal. I can't do that. I pick and a little bit on, best I can. But my youngest boy, man, I can play him a tune. He'll play it right back to me in just a minute. I mean, it don't take him long. And you're versatile. You can do anything, which I think, playing by ear, it means a lot. And that actually means the music's in you. Now, your songs, you got a new song coming out, but do you do most of your writing, or do you cut other people's songs? That's something Pat Malone was asking before we went to the break.
I've actually, the first song that we're ever going to be putting out that I haven't wrote myself is going to be a song called Drive, and stuff that me and a guy named Wyatt Jordan, a buddy of mine, were messing around with. I do have some people that are going to be making guest appearances and stuff, but mostly everything I do, I usually write myself.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got to put Cameron in. Cameron helped on some of this new song that's coming out as well too. But yeah, everything else we've done so far has kind of just been what I do.
Right.
So I'm wrong. I didn't think about one. There was a song we did called "Po Drunk" that we did with some buddies of mine, and I've never actually in person. We were doing a writing call, and I feel bad because I'm not thinking of their names right now. This is a long time ago.
Oh, that's all right. That was a good video with that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys looked like you were having fun out there.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, we were drunk.
Like I said, that's why I can't tell you how they do this.
What's funny is everybody kept drinking that day, more and more beer cans kept getting put on the ground. We were like, man, look at all those props we got over here.
Yeah.
So we kept piling them up.
Dadgummit. Oh man. You got to straighten up. You got to straighten up, fly right. Yep.
So your touring season starts with the bike week down there?
It's going to be the first thing. We're kind of working with, I don't know, I'm going to find out the details about that, but we're trying to hop on a tour from there, hopefully, and we're praying that works out.
Right. Yeah. Well, good luck to that. Yep. Good luck to you.
Well, you'll put that up on your website as soon as you got it firmed up, huh?
Yeah. The gig March 6th is firmed up, and I think that's a Thursday. I'm getting more details about it. All I know is that we're booked, and I've got to get some things together. I got to get on a stage plot. The matter of fact is, as we speak, I got to get that built for that.
So now, not only do you do music, that's something else we talked about, but you actually do music videos in this place you were talking about, where you were talking about trying to get, and we got a lot of artists in this area. Of course, they're listening all over the world. But anyway, you do music videos. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, okay. See, I'm not the one who actually does the music videos. Our other colleague, Josh Warren, he does all the music video stuff, and he works with our studio, Steel Records, because we do recordings, we play on tracks, and we work me and Kyle work as studio musicians with some of our other friends, but me and Kyle are the owners of this place, and Kyle does all the engineering. So pretty much we'll have artists come in, they'll come record a song with us, and then and usually the first thing out of their mouth is like, man, I need to get a video for this song. And that's when Josh comes in.
Right.
And so how long have you had the studio in operation? When did you go live?
I think we're coming up on our 4th year now. And it's been, and like I said, it's been pretty wild. We got to record some decent sized artists. We got to do some stuff with Brian Martin, who's had some big songs, Them Dirty Roses, Craig Wayne Boyd. We've had, in a short amount of time, we've got to do some really cool stuff.
Well, now these music videos, I remember back growing up. And how old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, you're just a baby. But back when I grew up, they had a thing called MTV that actually played music videos, and CMT. Yeah, they played music videos instead of films. But now, how big are music videos now going? I mean, are they really? I mean, back then, if you didn't have a music video, you could forget the song. Is that changed?
Well, okay, it's really funny. Music videos are still an important thing, but they're used way different. It's more like you don't have to have $1 million music video anymore. I mean, it'd be nice if you do, but all these guys doing their TikTok thing and making things go viral. I mean, the video is still important. You got to have that. As a matter of fact, that's probably the most important element to making that stuff take off. But it's, I think, trying to come up with a creative way that makes people want to watch it and share it. Even than just your music, it's a big marketing thing. I wish I was better at that aspect, but if you got some kind of, gimmick, that's what counts,
No. Well, I mean that, and it does a lot of times. You know, it comes up, folks. I encourage you to go to leifshiveleyband.com and follow some of his music. And we've introduced y'all to a lot of different bands, and a lot of folks have sent us messages. Thank you so much. And I think this is going to be one of them that you're going to want to add to your playlist. I mean, his voice. You have got a cool voice, man. I really do, and I enjoy that. You know, that means to me. I mean, you got some folks out there that can't sing, you know, but they look good in jeans. And I'm gonna leave the look good in jeans stuff alone. But anyway, you do sound good.
Well, I don't look good in jeans. Matter of fact, I'm everyday oil field apparel. If y'all wondering why I'm wearing long sleeves in the South.
Yeah. So now, do you do anything else? I mean, is this pretty much your career now with the music videos and the singing and song and all that, or?
I'm working part-time. My partner Kyle, he works full-time at the studio. Like he's there every day. I'm still having to I go work every night after I get off work from my oil field job. I work from 6 a.m. till around 4 p.m, and then I go to my second job.
So you work in the oil fields?
Yeah.
Okay. How accurate is Landman? How accurate is Landman? I want to know who's watching Landman.
Oh God. There are some inaccuracies. I'll leave it. I don't want to get on it too bad, but like. Just small things.
Yeah,
you're out there with a pipe wrench, a 12-inch pipe wrench on that thing. Come on. 8. And like, first of all, who would try to beat on you can beat on one when they're long and you can put your hand all the way out here and you're not gonna hit your hand, but nobody's beating on a 12-inch pipe wrench.
No.
But the idea of seeing that just blew my mind.
Right. But you got to understand people like me, man. You know, it's like, oh man, that's real. That's real if you don't know anything about it.
Also, the way that they were turning the wrong way. If you look really close to the thing, those valves have a way that says which way to turn. Lock. Like they only turn one way. It's not a valve like that. But there's some other things. But like I said, maybe they should bring an expert in to maybe bring some music with it, and he can help out the show.
There you go. Maybe you can get your song on Landman. I know that guy likes to use a lot of the he's done a lot of the different musicians out there. I think he's a big song guy. So that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, man. Well, I hope we've covered everything. LeifShivelyBand.com. We've got to get to a break, man. But I do appreciate your music and definitely want to get up with you. Maybe I won't never make it down to Daytona this time, but I'd love to because that's going to be an awesome show. And but I hope everybody out there will at least go to LeifShivelyBand.com. I think y'all find out that this guy right here has got it going on and probably going to be the next big thing. And so we hope he's all success with that and your tour going on. Anything we left out?
No, sir, man. I just want to say thank y'all for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, we love it, man. Absolutely. I'm all about independent artists. They don't get no credit. It's hard to get out there unless you're tied in with the big bunch out there. And so, to build your audience and to ever make it is the way you're going to have to do it. And I love independent artists and support them any way I can. So we'll get you back on after you go down to Bike Week and see how that turned out.
Yes, sir. That'd be awesome, man.
All right, man. Listen.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all for having me.
All righty, folks, we're coming back with you, and I reckon across the teletop machine, according to Sean Hannity, 4 survivors rescued from the icy Potomac. So there's 4.
Wow.
So, that's amazing.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Amazing. Anyway, let's jump into something else he's wanting to talk about. And I just, we've been watching the RFK up there, man. They've been working him over pretty hard, and what's your take on this? Do you think that we should turn over all this to Bernie Sanders and Pocahontas and let them be the head honchos in this?
No, I think they already have jobs. I don't think RFK is the best candidate for that job. I think he really fumbled a couple of technical questions on Medicare and Medicaid where he didn't know the answers to it. You'd think he would have been better prepared because those are the 2 major programs that HHS administers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to have bigger trouble today. Yesterday it was the finance committee.
Mhm.
Today it's the health committee.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to run into bigger trouble. I don't think he's going to get confirmed.
Well, I think it's kind of ironic that we got Republicans fighting for Kennedy, which is a Democrat, and then the Democrats are fighting to stop him, which is their team. Republicans want clean food and safe vaccine, and Democrats are fighting to stop them on that. I mean,
well, let's just talk about the fact that these people who are supposedly grilling them, I mean, like, let's say Elizabeth Warren, 5.2 million from Big Pharma. Bernie Sanders, 1.5 million from Big Pharma.
Now, but Pocahontas, what's her name? What do you call her name?
Elizabeth Warren.
She's like, now you won't sue them. You ain't gonna be able to sue them. You ain't gonna be taking none of their money. And she's taking their money, and so is Bernie Sanders. They're both worried about they're there to protect.
Packy, is there anybody in Congress who's not getting contributions from Big Pharma?
That's my point. Good point, Pat. You made your point for you. So let's go talk about RFK for a second. So you guys on your show, you were kind of like laughing at him, as if he's some. Yeah. First of all, I'd like to bring up a point that when Rachel Levine, who doesn't know what gender she is, and she was in charge of her,
she's wonderful though. She's wonderful. Pat.
There was no word from Pat Malone about that, was there, Pat?
I thought we were talking about JFK.
Actually, we're talking about RFK, but let's go. What's
RFK?
We're replacing Levine.
So we're replacing Levine. Okay, but you never said anything about Levine. I'm just pointing that out.
We laughed about her on a number of occasions.
Did you?
Wait a minute. Her or him? Her or him? Her or him?
Her or him? I don't know. It doesn't make any difference.
So let's go back. So you guys made a statement on your show earlier about RFK and his stance on vaccines, right? And how it's changed and how he used to be very anti-vax and now he's pro-vax. But somehow he was. So what was your point then?
That he doesn't have any principles.
What?
He can't present himself as he actually is, the anti-vaxxer.
Okay, so can you give me an example of that? Any example that you of him going back on what he said about vaccines?
Go look at what he said when he was the legal counsel for that organization. That vaccines, the derivative in vaccines causes all kinds of problems, and kids should not take vaccines, but all his kids are vaccinated.
I pulled up the quotes for you. So I think this is from Joe Rogan. I think vaccine issue has become a political issue. It's been used as a tool to divide people rather than to inform them about the actual risks and benefits. Okay, let's go way back. Let's go back to 2011. I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm anti-mercury in vaccines. I'm anti-thermos. I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry. Thermosol.
You mean pronounce it for you?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. And I'm anti-unsafe vaccines.
But here's something I want to throw in there.
That's like saying I'm not anti crude oil, but I'm against cars.
So I asked.
You keep going back to him and his kids. 30 years ago, how old is his kids? Back then, everybody did what they were told. They had no idea that Big Pharma was paying for all the people that was looking and investigating whether this stuff was safe or not. That they were paying off the people that actually is investigating, as far as the scientists. So they're funding the scientists. Of course, they're going to find it okay. 30 years ago or 40 years ago, if his kids are 40 years old, I mean. You can't even compare that.
I think it's amazing how you guys can justify that.
It's not, but see, I'm just looking at the actual facts of what he has said. You just say what MSNBC has told you to say.
Right.
Another one here. Vaccine manufacturers have no liability, and because of that, they have no incentive to make vaccines safe. We have to put more pressure on them to make sure that these products are safe before they are used in children. What on earth is wrong with that, Pat? That is the job. If you believe that the government should keep you safe, which we can have that argument another day, right. But if you believe that, then that is this man's job, is to make sure that these people who are pumping these things out that you're putting in your kids are safe.
And they're not paid by Big Pharma that is trying to get the vaccine approved. So we need to
I think one of the things we can conclude out of this is you're never going to change your position, and I'm not going to change mine.
Okay,
So it's kind of ironic that we would talk about it in terms of trying to change each other's position.
let me ask you something. If you work for me, or I pay
Steven,
your salary, you are
stop it.
and I pay your salary, and I am Big Pharma, and I want this vaccine approved. What's the chance of getting approved if you work for me?
Hey, what if pigs had wings?
That's the way it's working now, though, man. That's the way it's done.
That's a fact, Pat. That's how it works.
It's like Warlock. Oh, Warlock. What the heck, man? I mean, these are, and we knew they would be the ones that speak up and all that, but they're all bought and paid for.
Here's another one. The global vaccine agenda is driven by financial interests, not public health. The government is using its power to force people to take vaccines that may or may not be safe. So right there, that tells you may.
Who's that coming from?
That's all these quotes are from RFK. Try to keep up.
Yeah. Yeah, try to keep up.
Okay. All right. Because he is the expert on all of this, right?
Well, hey, you know what? He actually is questioning it.
Yeah, that's
which I know you don't think you should question science, aka Fauci.
Well, he's questioning what may or may not be true.
That's science, dude.
That may or may not be true.
That's the basis of the empirical process.
I'm kind of lost here a little bit, Packy. What do you mean? May or may not be true, Pat? Do you not want to know?
Well, you can't prove it's true.
Well, I mean, if I get an independent scientist out there,
Packy was saying that RFK, all he does is question.
I never said all he does is question.
But here's the thing, Pat. This is where you're kind of backed up on this, and I'm going back to Gary Chapman, which is involved with all the scientists and the doctors that are around JFK that are investigating this stuff, and they're actually, because JFK, I'm sure he's kind of like me. He wouldn't know which end to look in one of them telescopes or whatever it is they look at this stuff. But anyway, there's these doctors that's looking at this and got facts. Hey, this stuff is killing people, and that's where he's getting. It's not necessarily RFK investigating, it's the people around him. You know what I'm saying?
And secondly, you talking about his stand, like his financial, like that he didn't know anything about the finance of, dude, it's going broke as it is. Medicaid, what they pushed back the go broke date to 2036. They don't have any money, man. It's a system that is broken, and it's going to fail because it doesn't make sense to begin with. And it's his fault now that he doesn't know why it doesn't work. They're the ones who broke it.
And on top of that, talking about Medicaid and Medicare, you're talking about y'all old folks don't want to pay taxes, and y'all ones burning all that up. So, yeah. Come on, Pat, spit it out.
I've dropped out of the conversation. It's not a conversation. You believe one thing, I believe something else.
So you think that
you believe what MSNBC
why do you continue? Do you know what
you're down? We're kicking you, man. That's what we do.
You're just trying to make yourself feel good. You're trying to make yourself. You're preaching to the gospel. You're preaching to yourself.
You need a safe space.
Yeah.
No, I don't need a safe space. I just stop.
Okay.
All right.
You know, I
that
just
ought to be good for the radio show, won't it?
I would like to know the people that are investigating the stuff that I'm going to put into my body is not somebody that's bought and paid for by Big Pharma and don't pay their salaries. Yeah,
Stephen, anybody that works in that has got some vested interest in the outcome of that study.
Yeah,
you're as bad as Harry. You dang just believe in unicorns now.
Are you kidding me?
That someone can be totally impartial.
No, I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. I mean,
thank you.
Not when they're paying their salary.
Well, no, can anyone ever be totally impartial?
Yes, I can be. How much money did Warlock get?
You're Warlock. The last person who would be impartial.
Well, I just tell a lot of
beliefs, and you just look around the country for a Cat Turd or Joe Rogan or somebody to verify what you already believe.
You need to lay off a Cat Turd now. I mean, calling me Harry's one thing. Making fun of Cat Turd, that's entirely different.
Okay, is Cat Turd sick?
Yeah, he's
okay. I'll
How much
leave
money
him
did
out.
Warnock get? Do you got it there?
What do you got?
Warnock, he's another, I call him Warlock, but anyway, he's another one that was on the take with the Big Pharma, and he's out there. Well, I don't think I can confirm you. You know, RFK knew he wasn't going to vote for him anyway. I'd have just told him like it was. You're an idiot. That's what I'd have said. You are an idiot.
why would they confirm somebody who's going to keep them from running TV commercials, who's going to go after them and sue them for malpractice? Why would they vote for him?
Yeah. All right, listen, folks, we got a bunch of comments we got to get to. Let's go to a break. We get back, we'll start reading the comments and go from there.
We giving anything away?
Yeah, we got 2 giveaways today. We've actually got an event that's coming up for Project Chimps. We've got some general admission tickets for that. And also Chris Jansen passes too. So we'll kick off you got a Chris Jansen trivia question?
We got a really good Chris Jansen trivia question.
Awesome. Well, we'll do that. You want to go ahead and read that so we can go ahead and get a caller on the line?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Question is, what's on Jansen's signature headgear?
All right. What's on his signature headgear?
All right. To you, what's on his hat?
Okay. Got it. Figure say he no football player, you moron. He plays country music. We got to get to a break. All righty, we're back with you. Who we got, Packy?
I hope we still got him on there. We got Cecil Shook. Are you there, Cecil?
Yeah.
All right, man. We have got what is on his headgear. Chris Jansen's headgear.
Bass Pro Shop.
All righty, Cecil, you're a winner.
Winner. What are you doing?
We be working.
Oh, we be working. That's good, man. These people on unemployment, welfare, and food stamps needing that money. Stay at it, man.
we steady at it.
There you go. Yeah. All right,
Every day.
Where you work, Cecil?
Towns County Road Department.
Oh, man, we appreciate you over the last couple of days with all the ice, sleet, and snow going on.
Yes, sir. And a lot of people been hating, but we're doing the best we can.
Yeah. Shoot, yeah. Lay with it, man. Just lay with it. Do the best you can. That's all you can ask for. So you got Chris Jansen tickets. What else he got? Is that it?
What else you want?
How about some moon pies? We got some moon pies here too for
Yeah,
you.
no, our would be pretty good with it.
Yeah, I ain't got no RCs. I don't know the RC guy, but I do know the moon pie guy.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, man. Congratulations on that. Y'all be safe out there.
You got your name up there at the
Yes,
will
thank
call,
you.
so have fun.
All right, let's get to some
Hey,
comments.
Packy,
Hey, Pat.
Don't start again. Pat.
Another thing that you're wrong about, Packy, is
Another
that
thing.
property taxes are not rent.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
so
are.
I sent Pat that this morning. So you are renting your property from the government.
What
Yes,
happens if you
are.
don't pay your
If
taxes?
you
No,
don't
you're-
pay it,
you're-
then
you're-
they take it away.
Yeah.
You're not really. Government services, what you pay in taxes, like December 20th, when you pay your Union County property taxes,
Hmm.
that's for services rendered last year.
It's rent, Pat.
Yeah,
If
right.
you don't
No,
pay it,
no,
they
it's not
take it away
rent. Your
from you.
property is collateral that you
For
put
what?
up that
so
guarantees
that's your-
payment for the services you're being given.
Okay, if it's
before you
collateral,
pay
then
for
it's a loan. If it's collateral, then
It's
it's a loan.
collateral. Okay, and you can't use rental property that you rent can't be put up as collateral.
Put some comments up there while we're talking. Hey, listen, man, this is crazy. And Towns County property taxes is out of control. Towns County property taxes is out of control, and people over here are very upset about it because you got one guy living next to another guy, and his property tax is $1,000, and the guy next to him is $100,000. Totally out of control. I like the idea that y'all come up with on the earlier show. Like, you know, if I need the police officer, you know, for some reason I need to call the police, and when they come to my house, then I pay like a fee. Like when you go to the doctor, like if I need the fire departments, I just pay as I go. Does that make sense? I think that's a good idea.
That wasn't what we came up with, Stephen.
I think that's a great idea.
I
Like,
mean,
okay,
that may be what your ears heard, but that isn't what we said.
how much for your service today? Okay, I need a cop. How much is this? $100. Here's your $100. We're good to go. What you got, Packy?
All right, we got Rebel Boy. What's up, man? Time for the American people to be praying
Amen
for
to
the
that.
loss of loved ones in the plane crashes.
Yep.
And Michael Beeman says, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, Mike. Thanks for listening. Kim Dwyer, good morning. Prayers for everyone involved or affected by the tragedy in the Potomac. Also, Drew Vogel, why Kid Rock? Is there any merit outside of the fact that you like his music?
No, Kid
Whoa.
Rock.
He's
Oh,
awesome, man.
Yeah,
somebody else is pushing back against.
He's got a White House in Nashville, man. He's got the White House in Nashville.
All right, we got Rebel Boy Ted Nugent for president. I'm with you, Steve.
Yeah.
Ted Nugent is the true American patriot.
Dang right.
American for sure. He is a legend. Rebel Boy, I want my MTV. Don't forget about Max Headroom.
Oh, yeah. That was the start of AI, wasn't it?
That was on MTV. Nate Carter's listening to us. Nate,
Good.
appreciate you.
Yep.
Rebel Boys back at it again. RFK will learn the loops and loose ends as he gets in there. If the Democrats would quit being hemorrhoids like they always are, and just let smart people run the world.
He's a Democrat too, though. That's the funny thing about it. They're beating up on their own guy.
And there's that girl who's trying to send us all them XXX links,
Well, that's your friend.
She's getting real clingy.
She's your friend.
She's getting real clingy. Thanks to beautiful Cole.
Yeah.
Jeffrey McKinnery. That's it. Big Pharma is just about the money and could care less about human life. Plain and simple. I agree with you there.
Yep.
RFK cares while other special scientists could care less as long as they get paid.
There you go, Pat. You heard that, didn't you?
You tell.
Okay, so wait a minute. Rebel Boy thinks that RFK is a special scientist?
He's got scientists that's special. What else you got?
Yeah, okay.
Get him, Packy and Steve. Harry is turning him into a blue liberal slowly. But
Oh man, I can take it from Steven, I can take it from Packy, but when Rebel Boy, when I lose Rebel Boy, I'm done.
You're done, baby.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Done.
Nate Carter has hit the nail on the head. Patrick equals status quo. It's the way we've always done it,
Yeah.
and it's just if you any change that might make it
Don't
better,
change it.
but we're going to complain about it the whole time. But as soon as people want to make it better, nope, can't do that.
Yeah, I need some proof that it would be better.
Kim Dwyer, as bad as Harry, LMAO, those are fighting words.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No entertainers for politics. That was the stand during the pandemic. Who's an entertainer? I don't understand that.
It have to be Ted Nugent or Kid Rock.
Oh, I got you.
Keep up, Pat. Packy.
I'm
Keep
trying.
up,
I'm
Packy.
trying. This is just my opinion. I think the morning dish should be for 2 hours and do away with Pat and Harry.
Yeah. We can make $40 instead of $20. That'd be pretty cool.
Headgear, safety fourth, after sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Ted Nugent, baby.
We got the
was
best,
that?
we
What was-
got the best
Go
list.
back to that one.
I don't know.
Okay.
Mass Pro Shop, wife says. Good job, Nate. Little late.
Yeah.
Call in, brother.
Yeah.
Kim Dwyer, 2 hours. Picky, Stephen, and Gary.
Oh, yeah. I'm with Gary. He's on a boat somewhere.
And then, yep, Bob M, that's right. We got a lot of comments here today. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can check us out on YouTube. Go to youtube.com and you can watch the show, not only just listen to it. And Joshua Jones, I support the ad of a caller that says, let's help Pat Malone out the door and off the radio.
Oh, we're going to change it.
Oh,
now.
wait a minute. That's a commercial that I've heard before, only it's not for me.
See, Brad Allwine, I agree with you 100%. They can call it whatever you want. You can call it whatever you want, Pat, but it's rent. If you don't pay, they take your land.
Yeah.
You can twist it. You can say it's this, and you can say it's whatever you want.
If you
to
don't
say.
pay your loan, they take your collateral.
I don't owe nothing on my home.
Exactly. But you're renting it. If you don't have the title to your car, you're renting it.
Yeah.
You don't own it.
Right.
If it's not in your name, if it's in the dealership's name or the bank's name, then you are renting it from them.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it, twist it however you want. Jay Bailey, can Pat produce proof that your taxes are being spent wisely within your county or city?
Believe it or not, he probably can.
Thank you.
Brad, what's happened is the 800 square foot cabin got turned into the 1,800 square foot Airbnb without tax assessment for too many years now. And now the tax assessors are rolling around collecting. Locals get the snuff.
Yeah, they do. They peeping in your windows and everything.
See, there's somebody who understands really the problem with taxes, that it's the tax assessor.
Yeah, and ours is out of control up here at Towns County, man. People are upset. I'm telling you, it's just sideways.
My question is have they ever assessed it when the market was down?
No.
That's my problem with
Yeah.
it. Do they, Pat?
I don't know that I've ever seen it go down.
You've never seen
Why is
property-
that, Pat?
I've never seen as a general rule they assess it when property is down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen people appeal their assessment and get it done, get it rolled back for specific reasons.
Hey, we've got Rebel Boy says still got to pay taxes on your own car you drive, bro.
Well, Rebel Boy, it can't be your own car if you buy into Packy stuff.
It can be your own car if you.
It's rental. It's a rental car. It's like Avis.
Nah. I don't understand your
Do
take.
they? So if you don't pay your tag fee, and I guess you could equate to that. Do they come take your car away?
I guess they would eventually.
Would they?
Yeah. Well, what do they do if you have all those fines? They attach, they garnish your wages, or take your car.
Do they take your car?
I think they do. I think in extreme cases they would.
No, I don't think. If you don't tag your car, they don't tag your car. You crazy.
What? Stephen, are you tired? Are you getting? Have you got lost, didn't you?
I'm just sitting here trying to listen, man. You go back to your gated community in Florida, the villages. I know you're living in the villages now, and
I'm having a second cup of coffee when I get off of here because I'm worn out trying to make common sense alive again.
Who you got on the
Oh, the school superintendent from Clay County.
All right,
hey,
folks.
Hang on. I got to give one more thing away. Logan Turnpike Mill brings you the Thursday final segment of the show, and we're giving away a $15 gift certificate, so you can go by there and try some Logan Turnpike Mill. And we're going to throw in a Morning Dish T-shirt. First caller gets all that right now.
Yeah, get at it.